You're about to enter the world of Michael Zavala. Now's your chance to turn back.
Get in the bat cave, Michael.
Okay.
Don't do Red Bull, do cocoa or something. I can't hear you. Wow, he's Dowie citizen.
I'm just amazed at what you think about.
This is MZNOW.
One of the funniest guys, I think, that's on TikTok right now and sitting in the studio with us. And I'm not going to say I stalked you, but I knew you were in Dallas. You just moved here how long ago?
5 months ago.
Okay. So I found that out somehow. Maybe you posted it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's how I found out. And then I'm like, we got to get this guy on the show because I've been following you for a long time. And then I'm like, how do we get this guy on the show? And then randomly, like 2 weeks ago, right? There's a YouTube event in town. And so I show up to the YouTube event, and I'm late, and they're doing something on stage. I don't know what was going on. And then everyone starts walking away, and I start looking around for people that I might know. And then unfortunately, didn't run into anybody that we know. But the first person I saw and recognized was you, and I'm like, I'm gonna corner him, and I'm gonna make him sign this contract that he's gonna come in. I didn't have to do all that. He said, absolutely, I'll be there, and he showed up. That was like literally a week ago or so.
Yeah.
Devonte West.
Yes, sir.
Now, you've really blown up really quickly. Like, you posted a video, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago?
At this point, what is that? Yeah, going on 3 years now. July make 3 years.
And then it really took off, and you blew up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they say sometimes, like, one video can change your life, but in your case, it really did.
Yeah.
So what were you doing before TikTok?
Before TikTok, I was in accounting.
Oh, really?
Accounting. I worked as an auditor.
Okay.
So I did that. Got my degree in accounting. And
Inspirational job.
Yeah.
and then moved out to LA. It was right. Pandemic happened. And then.
What were you trying to do in LA?
I just moved out there because my best friend was out there.
Okay.
And then the pandemic happened. He was like, you're not doing anything anyway, because at that point, we were working from home. So he's like, you can just do what you're doing now and come out to LA. And I was like, might as well. So I popped out to LA, realized I didn't like accounting.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Right.
Yeah, and colleges sound cool because, like, I'm looking at the money, but I'm like, the hours I'm putting in, I'm working on weekends, and then, you got busy season, which I wasn't aware of. I'm
right.
Like, this is actually terrible.
You're trying to go on spring break, and then now you gotta handle
and then, like, I heard, like, the traveling part. I'm like, I'll be traveling, working. That sounds cool, but I'm traveling in the middle of nowhere. So
right.
I'm just, like, at the client's office, and I'm back at the hotel, and there's nothing else but a McDonald's, and it's like, yeah, you might as well work because there's nothing else to do.
Right.
I'm like, this is kind of miserable. So then I stopped doing that. And then one of my best friends, she convinced me to start doing TikToks, and that's when everyone was starting because we're in the house. So I was like, might as well. And then,
so there was no desire to do entertainment.
I mean, I wanted to major in communications, and I wanted to be I wanted to do musicals. I love musicals.
Okay,
I wanted to be like theater arts, but then like a guardian of my life, she was like, cool, but there's no money in that. You're good at like numbers. Do accounting. So the logic, I was like, okay, cool, I'll do it.
Take the safe route.
Yeah. So take the safe route. And so I did that, but I'm like, I don't like this. So then.
But you weren't a comedian. You weren't going up on stage.
I mean, I'm definitely like the class clown you would say in school and stuff like that. So stuff that I record now is what I've always done. I just never recorded it.
Right.
You feel me? So they're like, you doing it anyway. You might as well see what can.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, you might as well throw it out there. So I was like, let's do it.
I was telling them in the elevator, I'm always amazed at people that can do a really good, funny video one time. It blows up. And then they do it again, and they do it again, and the consistency is there. You are one of the people that I follow that consistently has great, funny videos.
Appreciate that.
Let me play the video that I think this is the one that you got famous off of. This one right here.
Yeah, that's 2 quick pics in the Darnell, that's you. Boy, look at you, boy, looking like 1968. Go ahead on, boy. Hey, now, I'm fooling with you today. I'm fooling with you now.
And that did it. That blew up. How many millions of people have seen that video?
A lot. I think what's crazy about that is it's not even the video, it's the audio that people kept recreating.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that was a thing until one of my friends was like, hey, isn't this your voice? And I'm like, that is my voice. And I was seeing it from a lot of creators, and then it went from just TikTok to seeing like people in interviews using the 1968 Darnell, that's you, and now it's going around. Then it was on YouTube and then Instagram and Facebook, and everyone's like seeing it. I remember my dad heard it. He was like, "Oh, you need to sue these people." And I was like, "That's not how that works."
We're rich.
He's like, "You should sue them." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "You can't really do that." But yeah, I think that's what blew it up, because the sound, even out to this day, people still use that. Philadelphia Eagles and Pittsburgh Steelers used the soundbite this past season. So I think the cool part is, like, even 3 years removed, it's still a thing. Like, even when I go out, people are like, "Darnell, that's you." Darnell.
They know you. They know you from it.
Yeah, by Darnell. And so I think that's the cool part. I think it was the recreations that kept it alive that really blew up to what it was, which I didn't know was a thing.
What I remember, because I saw this video when you first released it. And the reason why I remember this so well is because I had just finished watching the latest season of Stranger Things. And as you watch the video, you'll notice there's debris just floating in the air. and I'm watching it, and I remember, and I commented. I never comment on videos, but I thought the video was funny. I thought you were funny. I thought everything was so funny that I said, "Did you film this?" By the way, it probably was not an original comment, because Stranger Things has just come out. What is it called? The Upside Down?
The Upside Down.
It's in everyone's mind. So I was not original, but I was like, did this get filmed in the Upside Down? And you look at it like, I'm more concerned about your health at this point at this place.
Well, see, at that point, I was a caretaker at that point. So I'm at the guy I'm caregiving for, I'm at his apartment. And so he was actually asleep, so I probably woke him up because I'm loud. I'm literally just loud creating content. And he's like, I'm trying to sleep. You feel me? But yeah, that was...
So is that like cat hair floating around? Were you not concerned at all that this might...
I didn't notice it until people were like... Some people thought it was like spiritual orbs. And then some people were like, okay, clean your house.
Right.
I got a little bit of both.
I was like, is this the start of The Last of Us? I think that's how it started. But I remember that so clearly. And then I saw like a couple of days later, I saw another video, and I started following you from there. And I'm like, this guy's really funny. So the ideas for it, obviously, where did you get the inspiration for this bit?
My dad.
Okay.
Like growing up, like you grew up like, in the South, or, old head, that's a prominent person in your hood growing up. And so I got it from him, because every time he saw his friends, it was just like that. That's you, like, and it's the loud laugh,
the stomping,
then, like, the memories, and the stomping, and then you as a kid, you're just like you don't know who that is? Like, I have no clue. Like, I met this man, And so I think that's why it stuck, because also people, like, they can relate. Like, oh, this is my dad. This is my... Oh, I just saw this at the gas station. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really what I get it from. Just, like, people ask me where I was like, it's actual moments that I've experienced, and I just have my own way to put it into where it's relatable and add the funny punchlines and stuff like that. But it's...
Do you have, like, a notebook of ideas that you have written down?
No, now I start, because now it's my full-time job now.
Yeah.
So beginning of each month, I sit down and I go over ideas that I want to do. I never script out lines, because I like to just like the improv of it.
Right.
So I have like, okay, I want to do this or add this. And now, so I've been in for so long, I have my certain characters people like. So Darnell is a character. So now I have my old head videos and what scenario I want to put him in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do that. And then after that, I just go and just go through the day and like, I'm going to film this one. I just turn the camera on and boom.
Do you have people you bounce ideas off of? Do you have like a group like a...
No, it's just me.
Really?
Yeah,
So that's even more impressive.
Yeah, it's just me.
To always have to bounce everything off of 15 people and then nothing gets done.
Well, yeah, I feel like, because if I did that, I probably would, like, my creativity would probably stop, because what I think is funny, like, you might not think is funny. And so then now I'm trying to, like, okay, now I'm trying to tailor my comedy to you, but it's like, it's not. It's my own creativity, and people who enjoy it will enjoy it. But if I feel like, if I go to these certain people, then it wouldn't be original to me, and now I'm just trying to force the comedy because, okay, you said this part was funny, you know what I'm saying, but that's not the line I wanted to use, Yeah,
because at the end of the day, you're making these videos for you, right? If you're not thinking they're fun, you're not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it at all.
Which is why I think you've been able to consistently bring out good content, because it's about you.
Yeah.
It's about, and I think it's what comedians that are funny or actors or whatever that are doing good work, it's because they're doing it for themselves because they think it's good, or that's their outlet, right? And so you have to do it that way.
Definitely.
Otherwise, again, if you got bought up by a corporation and they're telling you what to say, it ain't going to be funny no more.
Yeah.
It's not. And that's the thing, like when you do it full time, you start working with brands and stuff, sometimes they try to control the creativity of it. And then like the video comes out and you're like, I didn't want this to come out, but also I did need that little 3,500.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just do it. But sometimes they try to control the creativity. It's like, I know what works for the people who want to consume my content. Let me do it. You feel me? But sometimes they want to script it how they script it. And then, so.
Now, going into that, so let's say somebody puts out a video and overnight they become a success, and they think the money just starts rolling in. It really doesn't, right? You have to go out and there's brand people. Are you signed with anybody that helps you with these deals?
Yeah. I signed to a manager end of going into 2024.
Okay.
So that video came out 2022. I didn't start making money from content until going into 2024. So that's a whole 2-year gap. So people thought, and I'm like, nah, car just got repoed. I'm walking. They're like, Darnell, like, let me get a ride. So it's like, no. So it's a whole process. But also that's a part of content that I didn't know because I was just making it for fun until I had a friend who's in the fashion aspect of content. And he was like, no, you can. I was like, I didn't know. And so then when I started going into that and deepen my knowledge of that, I'm like, oh, you can. Got a manager because they can help talk the language of brands. To me, I'm just trying to make my content, but they know the language. They have the connects and stuff like that. And then that's how that came out. But now TikTok page you just off minute-long videos, right? You know, so if your video,
so you got to make sure your videos are at least a minute.
Over a minute, over a minute, and you get paid from that as well.
Do you have merch? You got to have a Darnell that you shirt, right?
So when that video came out, like I wanted to, but I didn't have the funds then. Right. So be like, make merch. I'm like, merch costs money. Yeah. Even though I don't have it. So I'm just now, this hat I have on is I'm got it roll out. It's my merch hat. And I have like on the side, it's my okay then. It's another thing that I use in my videos that people love, my okay then sound. So that's
a nice hat too. It's not like one of them printed ones that they sell for $5.
My best friend in LA, he's in the fashion world. So ironic, it's crazy enough, the design and everything. One of my supporters, fans, he loves my content. So one day he just did a whole design thing and tagged me on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. And he's like, I can send you the printout. So he sent them to me. I sent them to my friend. And he's like, this would actually be really cool for merch. I'm like, yeah. So he helped me get the hat and design and stuff going. So yeah, I'm gonna roll these. I have the black one and I have a white with the black brim, and I'm gonna roll those out and then eventually now start doing
They better get them now because with the tariffs. You know, they're gonna be $100 here pretty soon. So 5 years ago, you're an accountant, and somebody goes, you're not even be doing this anymore. Not even have a 9-to-5 job. You're gonna be doing videos on the internet, and you're gonna be doing some brand deals, and this is what you're gonna do. Would you believe them?
I don't know if I would believe them, but when I was in accounting, my audit partner, he would always tell me like, yeah, you're not an accountant. And even my manager at the time, be like, yeah, you're not an accountant. Like, don't get stuck here. Like, it's cool, but he was like, because of my personality, because like me, like this is how I joke in the office. Even going to clients, I'm joking with the people, and they're like, yeah, you're not an accountant, you're different. They're like, don't get stuck here. They don't know what you're going to do, but everyone in my life knew like entertainment was something that I should be doing. I didn't know how, or I don't know if I fully believed it, you know, because
you don't know anybody too.
Yeah, like I knew no one who was doing it, but also it's like accounting is safe.
Yeah.
I know that check's coming the 15th and the 30th of each month. You know what I'm saying? With this, like, it's not guaranteed if your video flops or, you know, the brand not coming this month. So like the uncertainty, maybe I like to be comfortable. I like knowing my money's coming in. This is not, you don't really know until everything starts flowing, then you get a better system. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed them like, nah.
That would stress me out.
Yeah, it is stressful. Yeah, for sure.
It's I mean, we do some stuff, but I'm stressed all the time, but that would stress me out even more not knowing like, hey, you know, is this just a 3-month thing and then everything's going to turn off? Do you still think like that, even though you're as big as you are?
I still do, but I think it keeps me like motivated to keep going and keep the creative going.
Because you don't want to go back.
I don't want to go back.
You almost caught something in that guy's house. You know what I mean? You don't want to go back to that.
Going, exactly. So I definitely think about that all the time. And I think it motivates me to keep going and keep creating and keep it flowing, because I know like if I stop, then it all stops. You know, it's all on me at this point. So I definitely do. But I think it's more like a motivation thing for me to not get comfortable.
Yeah. I think that's important because I think too many people get. I was just watching a TikTok the other day. I don't know how this couple got it, but they got like $1 million, right? And they were explaining how they spent the $1 million. It was all on watches, cars. They bought like 4 cars, down payment on the house. First off, they should have bought the house outright if they had that much money or whatever. But, you know, no investments, no savings, nothing. It was just jewelry, cars, and a house. And then now they don't have the $1 million anymore. You know, so it's like you have to be. I think coming from nothing, like I came from nothing. You're always like, I could go back there really easily. So just keep working and you should be okay, hopefully, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
So now that you have a taste of the entertainment life, where do you want to go from here? So this is just a stepping stone to something bigger, right?
Yeah, I think for me, I want to get into the improv comedy space. People ask me, I don't want to be a stand-up comedian. Like I don't want to do that, but I do want to do like the sketch comedy, rom-coms, like acting stuff, but I want to be in the improv space. So I think now that's why I've started doing my YouTube, and I want to start doing it like it's almost like a talk show and have different segments. So I introduce myself, but I cut to like a scene of me doing something here. So it's like the entertaining thing. So that's definitely the next step. You know, I do music as well. So push.
I was gonna say you sing as well.
Yeah,
I saw some clips of you at church singing.
So I do music as well. So it's like, you know, getting to that, maybe performing one day, because I do have people who come up to me and like, oh, I love your song, Motion. I love this song. So people like respect me as an artist now too, which almost was hard at first because people see you, they want to laugh. So like, all right, is he being serious or is this like a funny song? You know what I'm saying? But now they actually take it serious. So that aspect as well. So even cultivating something or creating something where it's like a show where they see me as comedian, but also you coming for the artistry as well. So seeing how I can put it together, something I'm working on as well. So that's like what I see.
Like a variety show.
Yeah.
Now, I went to Las Vegas. I saw Big Apple or something like that, or some. Yeah. They had like singing. They had like a magician show. They had like acrobatics. It was like a variety show.
Yeah. Something like that for sure.
And then maybe even growing the fashion line and maybe expand that. So you have a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah.
Which I think you have to have in this day and age, right?
You have to.
Like Shaq's not just a broadcaster. He's got so much stuff he's got to do. He's building on because you have to. And then he's also thinking about his kids. He's going to turn this over to, Wingstop or whatever. And Rick Ross has a bunch of Wingstop. Everybody's got, they got all these things that they have to. So I think it's important to do that. Unfortunately for me, I'm a one-trick pony. So this is it. That's all I do. Is there anybody out there like in the TikTok world that you would want to collab with?
There's a few. I would say there's people that I find hilarious. Who I would say? Joshua Neal.
Okay.
We're mutuals on TikTok. He actually was in the movie with SZA and Keke Palmer.
Oh yeah.
He was in that. We're mutuals. So I love because he does his filming is he tells a good story.
Yeah.
So I love his stuff. Lambo Television.
Okay.
He's out of Mississippi. He's hilarious. We're mutuals as well. So I would love to work with him. This is not 334 Baby. She's out of Atlanta. So yeah, those people for sure.
Yeah. There's a Juice. You know Juice, right? The guy who does the
him as well. He's in Jacksonville.
He used to be here. You missed him by that much.
Really? Yeah. So we actually we
He's
have
great.
each other's contact. We text and we want to collab on that. And also because he does music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So him, I definitely want to collab with as well. Because I didn't know he was in Jacksonville, and when we had connected, I had just moved to Texas. So
now, why move to Texas? That's what I forgot to ask.
Long distance relationship.
Okay.
My girl, she was out here.
She's still out here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She didn't leave.
She bounced again?
Yeah, so.
Okay, how'd you meet?
In Texas, TikTok.
Really?
On my live.
Okay.
You feel me in there, and then started DMing, and then she started visiting me because I had just moved back from California to Florida. And then she came out, and so we had been doing long distance for a year. So I'm like, all right, let's see if we're going to take it to the next step. And it's easier for me to move. And I didn't want to uproot her because she has a nice job. It's like, I don't want you to.
That was my next question because if the entertainment thing doesn't work out, she at least have a good job to take care of everything. Okay,
mm-hmm. So I was like, I'll move out here. We got our separate places because we're not married yet.
Right. Yeah,
live separate, but it's been good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's really good.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. And so, do you like Texas compared to Florida? I mean, we don't have as many hurricanes, but
yeah. I mean, I think it's different because people ask me that because like Florida's that's home. That's where all my friends are.
Yeah, your family,
nieces, nephew, brother. Texas is cool. I think I'm now starting to explore more because, I meet it myself. And also, like, I meet some, like, weird people. And it's still different, like, people recognizing me. And sometimes a little bit overboard.
I noticed at the YouTube event, I felt like you felt uncomfortable at there a little bit.
Yeah, because also people see me and they expect me to be, like...
funny.
Yeah.
Tell a joke.
And I'm very chill. Like, I'm very just, like, laid back. And so it's kind of...
You want to be there, too. You want to observe.
Exactly. So people come to me and they're like, oh, yeah, do this, say this. And it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
That's a character I play on the internet.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. Because I met one dude and he was like, oh, you're so different off camera. And he kept saying it. I'm like... It's just you and I in this empty restaurant.
Right.
What do you want? What do you expect me to do?
Right.
You want me to bounce off the walls? I'm like, I really just be chilling and vibing. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's just so different. And so I do get like my anxiety kind of rises when I go out.
I understand
places.
that, yeah.
But I'm starting to get more comfortable and I've met some people and started making friends and stuff like that. So
that's good.
So I think little by little, like I'll start to love Dallas. But for now, like, I'm still like fairly new.
Do you feel it's pretentious? It has a reputation for being kind of pretentious. Do you feel that?
I can't. I mean, I haven't really.
That's good. I mean, as long as it didn't slap you in the face.
Yeah.
He obviously hasn't been downtown.
Yeah, he hasn't been. Yeah.
No, but the event was downtown.
Oh.
Yeah,
The event was downtown.
Yeah.
He was just there and home.
Well, they closed on even Marcus, so I guess we're we're getting our pretentious level back down.
Right. Yeah, it was up a little high for a little bit, but now it's coming back down. Hopefully, at least you weren't like get off the plane and then slapped in the face with pretentiousness. At least that wasn't the case. So that's good. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm really excited to see what you do next because I am a big fan. I
appreciate it.
And I didn't. By the way, I did not expect you to do jokes when I went up and said hi to you. But I saw him like, I'm going to get this guy in this corner. I'm going to tell him he's got to come on the show because he's so funny. I got to talk to him. And then we also do bits and stuff out here too. So like if there's a role that comes up or something like that, we'll definitely reach out to you. And if you're interested, come on out and do it. But I get the anxiety part of that, like going out because not because I'm anybody, but in high school, I was the class clown too. And then I'd be invited to a birthday party and I'm mellow and just want to take everything in. Everybody's like, why aren't you telling jokes and this and that? Because it's not my birthday party. It's the other part. I'm here. I know my place. I'm just here. They invited me to, they didn't pay me to be the clown. So I'm not going to be the clown. So I get that. But you're on a whole different scale. You're, the whole country knows who you are basically.
It's different, but I'm trying to get used to it, and you see people, because I be with because like, I be with my girl a lot. Yeah. And I see people like, they think they're not, they think they're hiding it, but they're very obvious. Like I can see you pull out your phone and like you recording and like you're following us. And then like when I leave, like, oh, is this you? And it's like the whole time I knew who you were, but it's like I have my girl here, so I want to make sure she's safe because, I've been places I walk and people just grab me by the arm and like, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get the excitement, you know what I'm saying? I love meeting people. And a lot of my experiences are nice, you feel me? I have some dope people I've met, but it'd be some weird ones. It's like, hey, it's not okay. Like, it's not normal. Like, you can't just come and just grab on me and pull me and have your phone out. If I'm eating, you're like, I don't want to interrupt. But you already have your phone out recording.
You got your fork in ready.
Hey,
excuse me. That is so weird because you don't really think about. I mean, you think about that from years ago. It was the celebrities, right? That would now it's influencers, it's people, bloggers, it's all these people that were just everyday people 2 days ago, and now they're huge, and it's like it's an adjustment for you. It's an adjustment for the people that are because I get more excited about seeing somebody that I follow on TikTok than I saw in a movie. I don't know why, but I do because I guess we feel that we can relate to you more because you're a regular person versus somebody who was born with a, what is it called? Not a wooden spoon. What do you call it? Silver spoon. Yeah, maybe a golden spoon. I don't know. I was born with a wooden spoon in my mouth. Same with the same spoon my mom spanked me with as well. Well, that's a whole different thing. That's we're going to. It's not. I don't mean to trauma dump here. But anyway, yes, I think it's. I don't know. It is a weird kind of world we live in, but it's incredible for people like you who are very talented.
Appreciate it.
Because the world's your oyster at this point, so you can take it anywhere.
Definitely.
I'm excited. So where do we find? How do we follow you on this journey? Do you have a website?
No, right now just follow me on TikTok _Yogi75, Instagram _Devonte West, YouTube _Devonte West, Apple Music, Spotify, Devonte West, and we're gonna keep doing what I can to give fresh and good content for the people who want to come and enjoy, get a laugh, and get inspired, and that's where you find me at.
Now you're also doing like a podcast type thing. Now you're doing like a daily devotional type thing, right?
Yeah. Because like the spiritual aspect, it's I do believe in God, and when I write my goals out, like I write them out, and I pray to God and I send them to Him. Like if it's in Your will, like let this happen. You know? And so that's also been a tricky thing because in my comedy I curse sometimes, and so I remember one time I posted a clip of me leading worship, and man, people were like, oh, get off that stage playing. You don't believe in God. Yeah, you don't. And I'm like, I do. And I don't. So, but then I remember when I started thinking about going full time, I asked God, like, if this is what you have of me, expand my territory, like, and I wrote in my circle, like, these are the things that I need. And they started happening. And the promises that He made to me and that I made to Him, like, I'll give back. Like, this is one of the things, like, I will implement this, and I will, in my scripture reading, when I get that, what I'm feeling, I do share it with people. And so it is a big thing for me, and I see me incorporating it and my prayer time, like it has, I don't think it's, a coincidence or by chance. It's like, this is what I really was praying for. And I said, God, if it's in Your will, like let it happen. If not, okay, I'll go back to accounting, or I'll, go back to caretaking, and like, month by month, day by day, like he reveals and he blesses it with me, and he shows like, hey, yeah, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. And so I'm still here. So I definitely want to add that in. Like with my YouTube, I have a segment. It's like, let's bring it home. And I'll just tell the people like what I learned from my reading and how you can apply it to your life and how it inspired me and X, Y, and Z. I think it's all comes full circle.
Yeah.
All tied together. So yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I think I'm in a crossroads right now in my personal life. And I feel like you're like probably the sixth sign that I've gotten so far, like for me. And so like for the beginning of the interview, you've been so transparent throughout your whole journey. And I just really feel like I was meant to meet you today and like see and hear your story because it's really inspiring me. And it's weird because Michael knows, like I was in a transition of like possibly changing careers and then jumping into, I know it's not accounting, but bookkeeping.
Okay.
To try to like, because I'm like you, I was like, I love entertainment. I want to be an actor. I want to do, entertainment, but scared to make that jump.
Definitely.
Right. So like, you're kind of giving me the kind of like the future, like, glimpse of what it could be. So yeah, thank you for sharing your story.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. And then I was going to ask you, were you more spiritual? Cause I'm not in an organized religion, but I do believe in like God and a higher power. Definitely. And he has blessed me throughout my year. And I give myself over to him saying, if this is your will, I trust you without any like questioning. And I don't need to worry about it. And I'm trying to like retrain myself, to do that is to like, just be worry free. And then whatever he has in my path, he will get me through it.
100%.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It is pretty crazy because I didn't know your story before you came on. We knew you were coming on today, but I didn't know your story. And so, literally, I knew Eric's situation.
Yeah.
And then as you're talking, I'm like, well, that kind of sounds like Eric. As you're talking about, I'm like, that's what Eric's going through right now. So that is really cool. That's really cool. Yeah. So look what you did. You just came in, you told your story, and look what happened. So
that's how it is. Yeah.
Now, Yogi 75, where did that come from?
Because like the dancing bear Yogi.
Yeah.
And so one of my homies, they call me like Yogi because I be dancing. In Florida, we have our own little dance scene.
Yeah.
So
we had that here in Dallas back in 2007.
And I didn't think that like my TikTok would blow up.
Right.
And if I knew I wouldn't have used Yogi 75, I would have used my name. So that's also because people are like, is your name Yogi? Is it Jet? I'm like, no, my name's Devonte.
Yeah.
That's just that. So if I knew it would have blew up, probably would have used.
It's like one of those people that had like an AOL email back in the day that never changed it. And it's like hot.
Yeah.
And 387. And they're signing up to go to Google Corporate. But yeah, that's so cool. Well, keep doing what you're doing. I think it's incredible. And you need you need a boo-boo. A Yogi needs a boo-boo. So you need a little sidekick to come in on your little your skits and stuff. Put a call out there. But all right. Well, thank you so much. And I look forward to come back anytime. You're more than welcome. Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah.
This is MZ Now, online at mznow.tv. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/MZ Now.